From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Darrell W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Tuesday, August 19th, 2014. Silver is trading at $19.69 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,301 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $472. Antiwar.com reports, protest leader Imran Khan continued to try to push the Sharif government out of power yesterday, announcing that his entire PTI party, the third largest in parliament, will quit en masse to try to bring down the prime minister. Khan initially organized the protest over allegations of vote fraud, but after Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif got charged with multiple counts of murder on Saturday, the calls for an immediate resignation and fresh elections have grown. The PTI holds about 10% of the seats in Parliament and will also resign from significant positions in 3 provincial parliaments. The move by Khan is seen by some as an attempt to return to a clear leadership position in the protest movement. You can support FPP Radio by joining the Fans program. Fans are friends, allies, and numerary supporters. Fans help FPP afford to produce more original content. To learn more or to join the Fans program, visit fans.fppradio.com. That's fans.fppradio.com. Reuters reports Missouri Governor Jay Nixon lifted the curfew for Ferguson on Monday and began deploying National Guard troops to help quell days of rioting and looting spurred by the fatal shooting of an unarmed teenager by police. Nixon, who had declared a state of emergency for the town on Saturday and ordered the streets be cleared for a curfew that ran from midnight to 5 a.m., said the National Guard would fall under the supervision of the Missouri Highway Patrol. The deployment of the National Guard is the latest in a series of steps taken by authorities to end the looting and burning of stores that have punctuated protests since the shooting death of Michael Brown more than a week ago. As daylight was coming to an end on Monday, police with plastic handcuffs took positions and tried to clear a main thoroughfare where protests have been taking place at night, directing crowds into designated protest areas. Early video of the scene showed one journalist with cameras slung around his neck and his hands bound behind him, being led off by police. He was later identified by colleagues as Getty photographer Scott Olson. Overnight, 2 people were shot and 31 total arrests were made in the protest. Additionally, there are reports of media being told they had to stay in media staging areas and could not be in the protest areas. FPP Radio News is brought to you by Roberts & Roberts Brokerage. For over 35 years, Roberts & Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They now take Bitcoin for purchasing precious metals so you can turn your profits into a long-term investment. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing. 800-874-9760. Breitbart reports Australian WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange claimed that he will soon leave the Ecuadorian Embassy in London, where he has been holed up for the past 2 years as he tries to avoid arrest and extradition to Sweden over sexual assault allegations. Assange was granted political asylum by Ecuador in 2012 during the controversy following his release of leaked confidential documents, which took a strange turn after Sweden announced its intention to extradite him over accusations of sexual assault. During his 2 years in the embassy, Assange has not been able to step outside for fear of being arrested. If he were taken to Sweden under the auspices of the European arrest warrant and then extradited to the U.S., he could face the same fate as whistleblower Private Manning. Private Manning was sentenced to 35 years of imprisonment in 2013 for leaking files to WikiLeaks. Breitbart London was at the scene outside the Ecuadorian Embassy yesterday, where the world's press gathered to watch and wait as Assange continued his game of cat and mouse with the British authorities. While throngs of media waited outside with pro-Assange protesters dotted in amongst them, a police officer told Breitbart London that they did not expect Assange to be leaving the embassy. Assange has been unable to seek proper treatment for his deteriorating health, which may have been aggravated by being unable to step outside. Metropolitan police officers have been stationed outside the embassy permanently since 2012, with orders to pounce should he leave the diplomatic area. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.